Well, better nutrition doesn't only mean cutting out the bad stuff, but also adding in the good stuff. And you can do that by following the rainbow. Allie Miller's a registered dietitian with The Lifelong Way, and she's here to explain why a variety of color is important. Allie, I'm going to guess you're not talking about eating Skittles, right? Because that I can do.
Right.
That is the
true.
Rainbow, though.
These are natural compounds that are providing a rainbow of color, yes.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Why is eating a variety of colors so important?
It's really important because each color spectrum has a particular phytocompound, and phytocompounds are naturally derived plant molecules.
Okay.
So, like red is high in lycopene, the orange-yellow family has all of the carotenoids, the green has the indoles and lutein, and so each compound has a specific way to combat disease.
Now, there's a word that we hear thrown around a lot, and it's antioxidant.
Sure.
What do those do?
So antioxidants are vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that help to combat free radicals in the body. And I guess it's important to define what those are.
Yeah.
Free radicals are compounds that oxidize or create damage in our body. So they can create damage on our blood vessels. They can actually damage down to the level of DNA, and that's where we see things like cancer. Or even topically, they can damage our skin.
Now, you mentioned blood vessels, and I know that's one of the things that that we wanted to ask you was about heart health.
Sure.
And how eating some of these different colored foods can actually improve your heart health.
Sure. So our vessels are, you think of them as long tubes, right? And ideally we want our tubes to be elasticized and fluid because when they're rigid, they're more prone to injury, and then that's where their cholesterol comes in and creates that plaque to try to repair an injury.
Oh, okay.
Those antioxidants allow those vessels to stay nice and fluid and prevent that injury from that artery level.
Okay, so we want to try to keep our arteries limber. You have a recipe you're going to show us with all of this yummy stuff. Tell us what it is and how to put it together.
Sure. So thinking along the lines of heart health, I actually am using rainbow chard as our leafy green. And so leafy greens are going to be a really great source of magnesium, calcium, iron. This one, rainbow chard, I thought would be fitting for the day because you'll see it comes in a variety of beautiful colors. It's also really nice because these stems are edible as well, so you can just chop them up like you would celery, and then you can saute them to throw them into a dish like that. Can I try a piece?
I've never eaten a rainbow chard before.
Sure.
And I love leafy greens like this.
Just the stem piece, or you want to
yeah,
try
like
the
just the
smoothie?
stem piece.
Okay, go for it.
No, I'm going to try the smoothie too.
Okay.
But I'm just curious.
It just tastes kind of like celery.
Yeah, it tastes like
really fun to saute with kiddos.
That's good.
Yeah. So we have our leafy greens, and we're going to separate those. I have some pre-chopped. But to manage them, you're just going to kind of ball them up in a package like this and just cut through them with a single layer. That's called a chiffonade, where you make these manageable little ribbons.
Very fancy.
And so then I have my leafy green here. I have some yellow and red chard. I have some yogurt. This is a Greek yogurt, so it's higher in protein than your standard yogurt. It's also plain, so it doesn't have added sugars like those. That would be something that we would kind of want to avoid if we're thinking for antioxidants. And the probiotics in the yogurt. Then I have a frozen half of a banana and half a cup of mango I'm going to add for natural sugars.
That'll give us some sweetness.
Absolutely.
Right
to balance out that plain tart yogurt. I have 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, and when we're looking at the concept of antioxidants, light and heat can oxidize as well, and so I would recommend grinding your flax seeds at home. So buying them whole, and then grinding them either in the blender or like a coffee grinder.
Interesting, because if it just comes in that clear canister, the bottle, it might have lost some of its potency.
Right, they're sitting on that shelf temperature, so they're getting oxidized by the bright lights of the supermarket and the heat of the truck.
Who would ever think about that?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
And then I have half a cup of orange juice mixed with half a cup of water, so I'm just kind of diluting it out a little bit. I'm going to get this blended, and with my blender I can add in the greens right away. At home you might get this blended first and then add the greens.
Okay, because this is like a heavy-duty industrial.
This is kind of an industrial blender,
All right.
All right.
Now hopefully this doesn't splash all over.
Let's give it a go. We kind of got it. Yeah, you are in the splash zone. Let's see here. Oh.
Oh, no, come on. It's plugged in, I promise. All right.
Give it a try.
Oh,
here we
there we go. The magic of television, everybody. So there it goes. I got to tell you, Allie, this looks like the kind of shake that the Jack LaLanne
Yeah.
You know, the muscle guy or something, you know, who I think he recently passed away, but he was like 100 years old and he could do like 1,000,000 push-ups. This looks like the kind of thing that health guys like him drink.
Sure. Well, the nice thing is, too, you don't have to buy a juicer. You can blend your greens in just a standard blender. Takes about, 15 to 20 seconds. And call the kid.
That?
The kiddos will drink it if you call it a Shrek monster or a swamp monster, or get them into the green thing.
Swamp. This is going to give me giant pectorals, right?
Absolutely. Something of the sort.
It's not bad at all.
Okay, good.
And it's a lot better than the Skittles.
Good. Well, there you go.
It's delicious. I'm going to drink the whole thing.
Awesome.
All right. So there is the recipe. You can catch this recipe on our website at myfoxhouston.com. Melissa, I recommend you come over and get some. It is filled with phytonutrients and all kind of stuff that Allie mentioned.
The best antioxidants ever. And I have to tell you, I am thrilled to hear what to do and to call it Shrek. I'm going with that. My kids won't drink or eat anything green. Not going to happen. And I think it might now.